What if I told you the next big winners for 2026 might not be in tech stocks, but it could be in the old school companies that everyone's ignoring? In today's video, I want to put two Vanguard heavyweights head to head. We're going to be looking at the Vanguard Growth ETF or the VUG and the Vanguard Value ETF, which is the VTV. Which one of these could absolutely dominate the next market cycle? By the end of this video, you'll know which one, if any of them, deserve a spot in your portfolio. So grab your coffee. We're going to be looking at some of the data, looking at some trends and a strategy that you can actually use. Now, welcome back to the channel. I am Dennis, here to help you make smarter investing decisions without all of the noise that we see from Wall Street. So we're going to be looking at the Vanguard Growth ETF and the Value ETF. These are two of the most popular ways to invest in the US stock market, but they move in very different cycles. Now, growth has dominated the last decade with AI, but value shines when the economy starts to slow down or when rates are kind of sticky. So I want to break down how each one of these funds work and which one of these could outperform going into 2026. So let's start by breaking down what you're actually getting with these two ETFs. If you've watched my channel before, definitely subscribe if you haven't yet. But overall, when it comes to this, I buy ETFs. I do not buy individual stocks. It is the way that I love to invest, and always do your own research before you get into it. So looking at the VUG, the Vanguard Growth ETF, this is one I do carry personally in my portfolio. So expected to grow faster than that S&P 500. Very heavy in tech, very heavy in communication and consumer discretionary. So when we think about the companies that fall into kind of this demographic, Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, it is the innovators that are leading with AI and really driving innovation in today's economy. On the other side, the VTV or that Vanguard Value ETF tracks large companies that are really below their intrinsic value. So we are looking at more of the financial companies, some healthcare, energy, industrials. When we start thinking about the companies behind this, JP Morgan Chase, Johnson & Johnson, ExxonMobil, Berkshire Hathaway, building a lot more value instead of possibly being overvalued like we're seeing. So in short, growth, we look at innovation, future earning, very high volatility. When you look at the value section, it is fundamentals within the market, very steady blue chip cash flow companies and lower volatility. So who is winning right now? As it sits, growth has been crushing it, well, and really crushing the value ETF overall. The reason is artificial intelligence. Now, again, without all the Wall Street noise, if you've watched it, AI tech bubble, the bubble is coming, the bubble has bursted, it's going down. It's hard to tell exactly what's going to happen. Companies continue to report record earnings. All of them are looking to be very AI driven. 2022, 2023, the tech boom and AI revolution has really supercharged the VUG returns. Value stocks like this will struggle as inflation eases and investors pile into riskier assets. And also with Federal Reserve lowering interest rates, it makes money cheaper for a lot of these tech companies to borrow millions, billions of dollars for innovation. But here's the twist. This is when the market actually starts to rotate. And again, historically, this is what we're seeing when everyone is on one side of the boat, everyone piling into these very, very large tech ETFs, the earnings start getting super high. That is where money starts to shift, and a lot of investors have started to shift. Now, the case for value in 2026, let's talk about the bull case looking at the VTV going into 2026. Interest rates, of course, are going to be a big trigger. If interest rates stay elevated, expensive growth valuations could face pressure from a lot of investors, while value companies looking at banks, looking at energy companies, could hold steady for an extended amount of time. It could also be true if we see an economic slowdown. Historically, value ETFs will outperform in slower, more mature economies when it starts cooling off from the AI. And it could also mean a mean reversal. Value has underperformed for years. It really could be a comeback story when it comes to value. So if the economy continues to cool off, if earnings growth really broaden beyond the big tech, value could finally shine again going into 2026. So what exactly is the case? Now, the growth bulls are not going quietly. When we start looking at growth, the VUG still holds all of the structural tailwind that it has. Tech leadership, AI expansion, digital transformation, quantum computing. These trends are not going anywhere. When we start looking at the future and really the evaluation of some of these companies, it's kind of crazy to see when they're looking at 40, 50, 60, 80 times the earnings. It is insane on the value of some of these tech companies. And also, if the Federal Reserve continues to cut rates the rest of 2025, going into 26, growth stocks could continue to surge because they are going to have future cash flow becoming more valuable in the company itself. Now, we know for a little bit, NVIDIA did eclipse that $5 trillion market. I know it's a little bit of a pullback, and I believe they were at 4.9 when I looked. Corporate profits in those mega name companies like NVIDIA could vary and would remain strong, making it very difficult to bet against them. So even though it looks very expensive to go into these growth ETFs, investors have to pay it because the companies keep delivering. When you start looking again at all of these larger companies that are investing in AI, they are beating earnings over and over and over again, quarter after quarter. They are beating earnings, which is kind of crazy. So how do I see it leading into 2026? Growth is still going to be leading in 2026. And again, this is my professional opinion, but the margin of outperforming with the growth ETFs could actually narrow, seeing a little bit more movement out of the value. Now, if the market really does broaden, small caps, and some of them might catch a little bit of love. Now, small caps, unfortunately, haven't been seeing love for an extended amount of time. When you start looking at something like the S&P 500 versus something like the total market itself, the S&P 500, because of the dominance of AI, has absolutely been crushing it. But as long as tech continues to produce these earnings and really the innovation, growth is not going to stop within these companies. My personal tilt, still very overweighted in the growth. If you've caught my portfolio video, starting to get a little bit of value in there. If the tide turns and if we see tech starting to pull back a little bit, I don't believe it's going to be a point where there's a bubble and it's going to completely explode. So how should you do it? Now, you don't have to pick sides because when it comes to diversification, it is a key to any portfolio. You could hold both of these ETFs and really have a balance, rebalancing it possibly once or twice a year and not looking at this pretty much every single day. If you're very risk averse or near to retirement, VTV would be a good choice to go in here. If you have a longer term, if you're okay with the volatility like I am, VUG could keep you rewarded. Like I said, personally, I do own VUG and I do hold it in my portfolio itself. The best investors, including myself, that I like to get there. We don't chase what is hot. I do not. I build portfolios that are going to work through every single cycle that we have, making sure that we are consistent. So guys, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Will 2026 be a comeback for the value stock, or is tech going to continue to run for year over year over year? Drop a comment down below. Let me know if your growth, if your value, exactly why you see it changing. Now, if you got any value from the breakdown of these ETFs, definitely hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of the market dives. And until next time, keep learning, keep investing, and I'll catch you in the next video.